Greetings, YouTube. Today I'll be talking about the Princeton Tec Impulse. This is the packaging it came with, multiple purpose LED light, and it says LED color, which is clear, and a little information on the back. It comes with some literature about how to change the battery and how to change the configuration of the flashlight itself, because this flashlight actually has more than one use, and I'll get into that in a second. So here you go. Kind of this deep reddish color. I got this for free. My wife got it as some swag at an event she went to. Here is the container for the battery, which you can open and access without tools, which is a nice feature. As far as the battery flashlight goes, high, low, and then blinky, 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 which is very useful. Now, as far as the options here, of course, it's a carabiner carry, so it would make a good light for a key fob. It's an overall smooth. It takes a fair amount of pressure to get that to go, so you're not likely to have this thing go off in your pocket or in a purse or a bag. But because it is an exposed switch, that is always a risk. There's nothing you can do about it. But they did recess it slightly, so that was a nice, interesting. I find the interesting design of the relief is actually slightly slanted. I kind of like that. It gives it a little bit more flair. So what are the options available? Well, here's what you do. You take that off, and there you go. You put that on. So why did I just do that? This goes on your hat. And let me show you how he does that. Because I've got a hat right here. This is a hat. This is actually my wife's hat, though I have a model just like it. So it slips on like that. Obviously, it would be less noticeable if your hat did not was the same color. And you turn it on. And because of this, you can actually change the angle to get exactly where you want to go. Now, the advantage of this is that you have a flashlight which you can keep in your pocket or in your hat. You can use it in either place. And you can take it on and off. It takes two hands to do that. And you could actually also set it up like that. I mean, obviously it's not perfect, but you could also, I think, use this as a book light without any difficulty. It would attach to your hat brim, so it would be very useful for reading in a tent. Of course, you still have the option of carrying it like that. And I think that this is a nice design because it's obviously this is not your primary light, but having a backup light that you could use, that you can carry in your hand, or you can attach to your hat brim, I think is quite useful. And having light gear which can have more than one use is very important, because if you didn't have this hooked up to your hat, you could put this on a lanyard around your neck very easily, so you wouldn't lose it, wouldn't drop it, which is a nice feature. So having gear that can multi-purpose, I think, is very important for camping. Obviously, this is a light-duty flashlight. It's not waterproof, so don't go diving in the water with it. But it's a nice design, ergonomic, has a nice shape, nice feel to it overall. Again, it would make a nice key fob style light or a hat light, which is a really nice feature. I was quite impressed by that design. It really grips the hat firmly. You're not going to have to worry about that clip coming off on you when you're wearing it. Having the option of a high or a low beam is going to be very useful, especially, again, if you're out in the woods. You're going to be able to have a backup light that's going to last you for the length of your trip, because obviously you're not going to be using a light 24/7. So I hope you're not, unless you're a caver of some variety. So overall, I think this is a nice little design, a nice little execution here. The Princeton Tec Impulse. I've owned a couple of Princeton Tec flashlights, and I've always been thoroughly impressed with their quality. They really do a nice job, and a good design overall. And again, having utility is always a plus in my book.